how should everyday investors, because the last time you came on, you taught us how to invest with as little as $100 to $500, right? These are investors who started investing, and I think some of them may be scared. But how should everyday investors be thinking about their portfolios in light of these shifting trade dynamics?
You really have to, I need you to be excited.
Okay, yeah.
All right, I want you to be excited.
Yeah.
Because what we're seeing right now is some of the best opportunities that we're gonna get for a while, potentially. And I'm gonna give you an example. Google is a company that I love. I talked about Google the last time that I was here.
Yep.
This is the best time to buy Google. We haven't seen a better time to buy Google in like the last 3 years.
Okay.
Right? There's some analytics and stuff that I ain't gonna bore y'all with that.
Yeah.
But this is the best time to buy Google in like the last 3 or 4 years. All right, so you wanna buy it. It's on sale.
Yep.
It looks good. We also talked about dollar cost averaging. It's where you buy a consistent amount of a stock or a mutual fund for a consistent period of time, every week, every month, whatever it is. Keep doing that, because right now during this time, prices are low. And this is where your average cost per share declines because you're buying at lower prices.
Yes, sir.
Now, here's the other thing. I'm gonna say for investors to find extra money, because when you know prices are low, you wanna put more money in. Because the economy before the tariff mess was really, really strong.
It really was.
We were constantly setting records for all-time highs. So what we're looking at right now is a temporary issue, right? It's not a chronic disease, it's a virus.
Yes.
Once we cure this virus, we back healthy and we going back to the moon. So now, could it be possible that there's another issue that comes up? We got some tension between the president and the Federal Reserve chairman. People don't feel comfortable about that. Yeah, but right now, you want to buy as much as you can, because at some point, all of this stuff is going to get resolved.
I got a call from one of my good friends. She texted me and said, bro, I'm taking all my money out. I said, that is the dumbest thing you can do right now.
Yeah, no.
If she was to call you, we got people right now who are scared, they're nervous, the market is going up, then it'll go down. We've had 2 or 3 days of just the market staying steady and going up, then it'll go right back down. And it'll go up, then it'll go right back down. I'll never forget when you texted me, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. It was like, hey, yo, buy this. I literally called Angelica, told her to buy, put some money in there. Then the very next day, that stock dropped. And I was like, okay. Then the next day, it dropped some more. I said, Angelica, put a buy order on this thing, and if it drops below this, buy some more. She was like, you serious? I was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I saw, instead of me getting scared because I just put money into it and I was losing money, I said, let me buy some more, because it just went on an even better sale. What would you say to the people right now who they're nervous, Courtney? They don't make a whole lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They making 60 grand. She's a single mother with 2 kids. They may have a household of $75,000, husband and wife with 2 kids. They're already on that cuff of somewhat living paycheck to paycheck, but they got an extra $200, $300 that they're investing, but they're not seeing any fruit from the investing today.
Yeah.
What would be your encouragement to them?
Look, close the app, set your phone down, get off your laptop, cut off CNBC, just completely cut that crap off, because it's distracting you.
Yeah.
Your focus needs to be on the long term, and these short-term moves don't matter for you, because it's just gonna scare you.
Yeah.
All right? What you need to be doing is buying more. If you're not comfortable with buying more, just stay where you at.
Yeah.
Cut off the distractions. Don't even look at it. I had to tell my daughter, man. So my daughter, I've started allowing her to buy stocks through an app on her phone.
Okay.
And so after she bought the first one, she was checking it every day. She's like, oh, Dad, it went down. And the next day, Dad, it went down again. I was like, babe, you're 10.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about these drops every single day.
Right.
This is money you're gonna have for when you go to college. This is money that you're gonna have for when you're an adult. I was like, so we're buying really, really good investments that are gonna do well in the long term. Like, close that out. Don't even look at it. We'll check it maybe in a month to see how it's going.
All right, fam, let's have a heart-to-heart. You all know that I'm all about helping you get your money. But let me ask you this question. How's your credit report looking? And if you're being honest and you're saying, you know what, Ayo, I need some help, well, listen, I got something for you. Listen, I know credit can feel like this big, confusing thing, but with Kickoff, it doesn't have to be. They've designed a super simple, affordable way to help you build your credit, whether you're just starting out or need to bounce back from a rough patch. Here's how it works. Kickoff reports to the major credit bureaus to help you establish a positive credit history. And you can get started for as little as $5 a month. No credit check, no crazy interest fees at all, no hidden fees, just a straightforward way to improve your financial standing. And here's why it matters the most, because it is not just about a number, it is about financial freedom and doors opening up for you. Do you want that dream apartment? Do you want lower car insurance and even better job prospects? It all starts with making sure you have a good credit profile. So don't wait. Head over to anthonyoneal.com/kickoff. That's anthonyoneal.com/KIKOFF and start your first month for just as little as $1. Listen, it's anthonyoneal.com/kickoff, KIKOFF. You get it for $1. Just get you some lower rates, especially in 2025.
Oh, shoot. I don't know if we got much time because you just got me excited. Why are you at 10 introducing your daughter to the stock market? When everyone else is saying TikTok, iPad, have fun, but you're exposing your daughter to the stock market at 10, when I guarantee you 90% of the people that are watching this right now haven't even considered that. So I'm curious, why? Let me ask you this question. I mean, well, clearly it's all your money because you're the daddy. But it's like she earned it some kind of way. As a father, why do you think that's important for us to start exposing our kids as young as 10?
Yeah, man, it takes us a while before we master things. The longer we have to master something, especially when it don't matter as much, the easier it is to develop that as a habit. So yeah, she earned her money by working in our businesses. So I pay her. That money goes into her online account.
Okay.
Right? So if I don't get involved, she door dashes that money up. She gonna order kava to death.
Are you serious?
So we had to intervene. Like, okay, well, this is what we do with our money.
Yeah.
Okay. You earned it, which is great. Step one, you need to save a little bit and you need to invest some of it. Okay. Saving is for short-term goals.
Yep.
Investing is for long-term goals. So she makes her money. She'll save a little bit and she'll invest it.
Yep.
Okay. Is she gonna be perfect? Absolutely not. She's not.
Yeah.
But over time, when she gets her first job, being employed by somebody, she'll know that I earn my money, I save a little bit, and I invest some of it. Right? So we're just teaching that skill.
What would you say? Well, I'm curious, because I think some parents right now are going to do that. Because as soon as you said it, I got a little chill. I was like, man, 10 years old. I thought I was the only one talking. I've been talking to them about debt. You got to stay away from debt. My nephews and my niece. You over there making her invest into an app, and she's watching it every day, which means that she understands the importance of that. I'm curious, what was the first conversation you had with your daughter to help her understand what this is? I think some parents don't know how to explain it to their kids to get the buy-in from their kids.
I talked about ignoring the news a second ago. If you're paranoid, seeing your investments decline, but if you're tapped into the news and what's happening now, it can actually be a really good conversation starter. So how I first introduced my daughter to the stock market was actually during the pandemic. And so while we were social distancing and at home, we saw a lot of airline stocks drop. And what I did was I was like, hey, babe, let me show you something. So everybody's at home, nobody's traveling. So airline stocks are down. And I talked to her about the importance of buying low, using bad news as buying opportunities. And I was like, let me show you how to buy a stock online. And we did a video of her buying this particular airline stock online, and it did really good online. As a matter of fact, the airline reached out to us, sent a representative to our house, a whole bunch. It was a whole deal. But we saw something that was in the news.
Yeah.
We had a conversation about it, and I said, hey, let's do it.
Wow.
And that's how we got started.
So you have some airline stocks.
We have some airline stocks.
I don't have none.
Airlines are tough.
I was about to say, is it? I don't get excited about airline stocks. I ain't gonna lie.
It's tough. It's an industry, really low margins.
Yep.
The companies that are doing well,
Yeah.
will probably always do well.
Yeah.
The ones that are struggling, I talk about buying low, but the challenge is with buying low when there's bad news is you want to see how there can be some tremendous upside later on. Mm-hmm. And with some of the airlines, it's just tough to really see that. It's really, really, low margins and not a lot of growth. The growth opportunities are through mergers.
Yeah.
There's some chatter about some of our airlines actually merging, that could create some more upside, but it's not a industry that I'm crazy about.